Greetings interwebs, this is Jackie K, and welcome for another edition of Pokémon XG Next Gen. Last time in our adventures, we got our first post-game Shadow Pokemon. Unless the last episode was when I actually did the Purification montage. I'm not exactly sure what order I'm going to upload those in yet. Either way, I just got done recording some Game Chill, and I figured while I had the mic up and going, I might as well at least pull this up and see if we can get one more new Shadow Pokemon today. If they all take as long as Farfetch did, I think I can make a whole video out of it. We'll see. I just need a little reminder of where we need to go next. I almost want to go in the order of email, so it'd be a lot easier to not forget about a Shadow Pokemon if I just go in the order of the email. The problem is there's no one really in the Gate Village that looks truly devious. And with the way this mod works, it's just take an NPC who has no association with Shadow Pokemon and just randomly give them a Shadow Pokemon. So I guess the only way we can really figure this out is if I talk to every talkable NPC in every single area of the game. Speaking of, what did I tell you? Now, hopefully this is not as bad as the Farfetch. The level's correct, so we're already off to a great start. Darn it. You know, I'm kind of getting the impression that despite going in the order to email, they might have accidentally did the hardest Shadow Pokemon trainer first. Oh well. I'm just gonna play it safe. Cause surely with the way I've been chipping away at it, I can afford to do an Extreme Speed and an Earthquake against the Girafarig. But I just really don't want to take my chances. Anyways, about the recording session while we got some time to burn. Just before this, I was recording Game and Chill, and I'll be honest, like I was originally content with just doing a Game and Chill recording, but I spent a chunk of the Game and Chill recording talking about how I'm starting up this series by the time that video goes live. And the fact that I have a little bit of concern about actually being able to keep up with that schedule, despite the fact of intentionally waiting until I had a huge enough backlog before getting started. I kinda had a suspicion that they gave you Cursed Body in here. Knowing my luck, we've actually came across a Gengar before and I already learned that the hard way. I like to think that I put my modern gen brain into fruition for once and was actually able to piece together that, hey, yeah, they changed it in the modern games, so the modder definitely went back and changed it in here. I was gonna say, if I had any Great Balls left, this would have been a great time to use them up. What level was the Girafarig at? Because I way too high to actually use Net Balls on. I may have, or should I say Nest Balls, I may have gotten a little carried away and like stocked up on Nest Balls just for that one particular Farfetch, but it turns out that I just remembered that incorrectly. It wasn't so bad. I only got like 5 Nest Balls that I'll never use because there's no way they're gonna throw another Shadow Pokemon at level 1. And even if they do, I kinda have my suspicions that the Farfetch was just broken. And it wasn't actually a level 1 Farfetch. Well, there we go. I'll see y'all for the next Shadow Trainer that I find. Because knowing my luck, I just got this gut feeling that this is the only one. And if I can find enough trainer battles to make a whole video out of, then so be it. You know, the Pokemon Center is right there. Maybe I should... Oh, that transition kind of felt like it went a little too fast. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like it needed to linger one more frame just before that transition felt completely smooth. Yeah. They added Shadow Pokemon to pretty much every NPC in this mod, didn't they? And I can't just Earthquake spam this one. How unfortunate. Keep doing the move that miss. I will appreciate that. I'll just take this opportunity to put you to sleep, chip you a little bit, and make use out of the 20 million net balls that I have. Why do I keep mixing up nest and net today? I did have a bit of a time out today, so maybe I'm just a bit tired. Wow. I don't think that was the one shot that I saw coming. I don't even think that was a flying type. Oh, I mean, of course it was a flying type. It was a Toetic. Well, at least Flame Champ can get the experience from this fight. Because she kind of needs it. So, we'll take it, I guess. But maybe I can afford to chip it away a little bit more before I start throwing Pokeballs. Because I kind of was expecting a Body Slam to do a little bit more to a Pokemon like Mercurian. I don't think I've ever actually heard this Pokemon's name said out loud. So your guess is as good as mine! Dang it, why of all times the crit had to be now? Also, I had a brain fart. I forgot. Even though I just said that it was a bug flying type when I was debating whether or not to use Rock Slide, I forgot and thought it was a water bug type. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Well, before I reset all my progress, including the experience that my team desperately needs in order to get to level 70 before Mount Battle, let me just finish up this fight and see if I can re-challenge her after like going into a Pokemon Center or something. Or if I have to actually reset the game. Alright, are you ready to rematch? Awesome. I kind of want to save this time even though I'm in the middle of a recording session. Wait, you know what? I have a solution for this dilemma. Alright, now I'm ready for any negative consequences. Yep, and now you're hiding in the back, because of course you are. That's fine, like at least with this lead, Funland doesn't get completely obliterated by the Pokemon up front, so we can make this work out. Now it's time for Recoil Roulette! How much damage will I do to myself? I'm betting at 4th. That's either a 4th or a 3rd. Closer to a 4th after I level up, but I think we might have actually been in the 3rd range. Right. Fairy is still a thing, and more specifically the fighting being weak to the Fairy. Oh well. At least I get my Poison Heal this turn, and I should get my Poison Heal this turn. Oh, that's right, I did the stupid last episode and gave it an Aurora filter when this whole strat is using a Toxic Orb to get the Poison Heal. Well, we'll make this work out somehow. Weird, I don't think I got the special attack boost from the Lightning Rod that time. Huh. Alright, how do I want to approach this? I would like to at least get all the other Pokemon that could hurt Funland out of here before trying to bring it back in to put it to sleep. Gotta remember that it's a bug flying type, and also that I don't have any means for paralyzation. Hyper Voice should at least be neutral. Let's try that and go from there. Yeah, in a similar boat to where we were with Body Slam, I suppose. Oh, so cool. Now it hits. I guess I should count my blessings with it missing like 3 times before. Wait, why didn't I go for a liquidation? Could have gotten it out of the picture if I just went for liquidation. Guess my brain's a bit more on autopilot than I thought. I guess, like, while we're catching this Pokemon, let me get back to talking about my day. So, today is a special day to me and me alone, because it was Mega Audino Raid Day, and I feel like I'm the only person that really cared. Granted, I was definitely proven wrong, because if that was the case, I would have not been able to do any Audino raids, because I wouldn't be able to remote invite anyone to them, and wouldn't have been able to solo it. I was actually so looking forward to this day that I actually did the research in advance. It seems like you need a whole team of Dawn Wing Necrozmas in snowy weather in order to do the shop. Though with like how quickly we were knocking it out with even 2 or 3 people, maybe I wouldn't need a full team of them, but that would need to be my main attacker if I would have had any desire to. You know what, I'll continue the story another time. I kinda lost my train of thought, and we caught the Shadow Pokemon anyways. Alright, I kinda got the feeling, since I got the feeling that they just stuck Shadow Pokemon to every single NPC that you could battle, let's check up on the Shadow Pokemon we got so far before going and taking on the rest of the NPCs in town. Right, there's a special place in the box for the frickin' Farfetch. Did I show it off on screen? I know I've seen it before, but... Oh yeah, I definitely showed off this frickin' Shadow Fury thing and it being level 1, despite the fact it was definitely not fighting with level 1 stats. And definitely wasn't getting caught in a nest ball. Still not over that. You got the Gate Village Giraffe Rig. Grass the preferred ability, that's neat. It only has Shadow Manas. I kinda noticing a pattern. Nope, there we go. This one has 2 Shadow moves. I wonder if the mod did anything to buff Masquerain to actually make it viable. I don't see anything too crazy or out of the ordinary. Because Intimidate was already a thing. I guess when we inevitably purify it, we might find out more. Speaking of which, let me stick these things in the purification chamber before I forget. I apparently forgot to do it with Farfetch. Alright, let's go find more people. You know, it's been a while since I've actually bothered with NPC trainers. So it might take me a minute before... I might just talk to every single NPC, except for Poochyena Lady, because I already know that she's not an NPC you battle. Because she's kind of too iconic to forget. If you know, you know. Oh wait, I guess we're gonna talk to her anyways, because I didn't mean to come down here, but we might as well. Oh, you can battle her. Alright, I'm ready for you. Let's see what you got. Let's see if the theory holds true that it is a Shadow Pokemon. None of these are really striking me as Shadow Pokemon worthy. We got normal Butterfree, or Shadow Butterfree normally in the original game a lot earlier. Well, time to eat my tongue, I suppose. Yeah, continuing on with my story, I did take part in Audino Mega Raid Day. Yeah, I feel like I'm the only one who would actually care about it, because Audino's kind of worthless in Pokemon Go. Like, it is a pretty defensive Pokemon, in the main series games. Though, I think because of the fact that it loses Regenerator to get a different ability, it's not even looked too fond upon in main series Pokemon Go, or in the main series battling, if I recall my meta correctly. We haven't had Megas in the scene for a while. It was kind of make it interesting how ZA fits into the equation. But I'm not sure if that game's gonna have a meta really worth worrying about. And if only I had like better options that I knew for sure wouldn't obliterate a Butterfree. You know, surely this won't backfire. It's definitely resisting this, so surely it won't be too bad. But yeah, despite everything about Mega Audino, I still wanted to do a bunch of Mega Audino raids. Because one, like, I just like Audino, so I wanted to have the Mega of it, and the Shiny, because I've been looking out for every single Audino that I could find out in the wild in Pokemon Go, and I could never find the Shiny form of it. It's apparently a very easy Shiny to get in Ultra Sun and Moon, but I never played up far enough into the game to actually hunt for them through the method that makes it incredibly easy. And yeah, it seems like every other method to hunt for a shiny Audino I haven't been able to get a hold of, so that would make it actually kind of special to get in Go. Not special enough to justify how many raids I did, but screw it. They give you like 5 free raid passes specifically for raid days. I had like 1 or 2 saved up, and of the free daily passes, and even the quote-unquote premium passes were still kind of just free to me because I never really bothered to raid enough to actually use them. So I kind of just had quote-unquote premium passes saved up from miscellaneous rewards from special research and the like that I would get every now and then. Yeah, I guess a netball would work on you. Feels like a shame to waste a netball on you. Do I really want to waste one of my luxury balls on it though? I'm not sure if level 40 is a high enough level to actually have this work. But it's also a Butterfree that's asleep and not the lowest in health, but fairly low. I'm still willing to give this a shot. I'm kind of crossing my fingers on Drain Punch being a weak move and this being resisted to like not knock it out. Perfect. I don't know if it's really like strong and weak enough to actually justify trying to throw another netball at it though. Or nest ball. Netball is freaking easy mode. Nest ball is the hardcore challenge that we all want and desire. Screw it, I have like 25 netballs. I feel like I've caught all the legendaries already. I might as well use them up while I have them. So here goes something. A 2, a 3. I kinda just wish I had more weak Pokeballs to throw at for the funnies, but we caught it. It's not like I'm gonna actually ever touch it again. It's a shame. I have a soft spot for Butterfree. Just getting in the post game isn't really a good excuse to actually slide onto the team when we have much more established team members. Alright, cutting away to healing so you don't have to watch that red flash. Well, Farfetch is already ready to go. That was quick. You know, with how quickly Farfetch is taken care of, let's take a look at the new Shadow Pokemon we got and stick into the Purification Chamber before I forget. I feel like we've seen everything you can do. Oh, they're not really doing a good job showing off their shadow moves. I just realized I put it asleep turn 1. Of course it didn't have an opportunity to use its moves. We haven't seen Shadow Sickness in a while, so that is interesting. Just not interesting enough to justify putting on the team. Also, Speaking of justifying on the team, I feel like I should try to work Swiper in here more. Because it didn't work out for Farfetch, but I feel like these other Pokemon are a bit more lenient. Are you fightable? No, but I'm pretty sure Fun Old Man is, and I haven't really taken care of him yet. Alright, what do you got? Let's see if he starts with any Shadow Pokemon before I get back into the story. It wouldn't be Pidgeot, because we got that already. Of course it's Beautifly. Of course this is not the most ideal situation to try to have a Pokemon quad weak to flying type hang around at. So yeah, I went around and did the raids. There wasn't anyone in the area. Luckily, people on my friends list were actually doing these raids as well, and I was able to remote invite them to said raids. Oh shoot, you actually have a sleeping move yourself. This could be a problem. Oh wait, Call exists. It's been so long since we used it, I almost forgot that was a feature. Yeah, I don't know why this... I was doing raids just because I like the Pokemon, and I assumed I'd be the only person in the world to actually do that. I don't know what this other person was thinking that pretty much accepted every remote raid invite I sent to them. But thanks to them, I was actually able to help some friends get the Shadow Pokemon that they needed as well. So there was at least that. Wait, did I just call audio raids Shadow Pokemon? Dang it. So I lost count of how many I did. If I'm feeling ambitious enough in editing, maybe I'll flash a screenshot on screen. You know what? I'm gonna save myself some effort in editing and look it up now. It was at least feels like it was at least a dozen, but all I know is that it wasn't too many because I did not run out of raid passes, not even close, and I didn't even have to buy anything extra to do so. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 12 audio raids is a little more than what any normal person would do of audio raids, but it's not the most insane amount of audio raids in the world. Especially considering, like in Pokemon Go, they tried to emulate the whole certain Pokemon giving a lot more experience or having special items being associated with selling items by making them give more Stardust than other types of Pokemon. So the point I'm getting at is that Pokemon that are infamous for being experienced, just huge sources of experience like Chansey and Audino, are worth more Stardust than other Pokemon. So I guess there is some justification for a hardcore fan to do a bunch of audio raids if they just want to farm Stardust. So maybe that's what was going through their head. Oh, of course I just had to jump right into that. It's fine. It gives me a bit more wiggle room to weaken it, and more importantly, get this thing asleep. Well, at least I can get it to sleep. And I guess the point I'm getting at, like, if I was going just for Audino, enough energy to Mega Evolve it, and not trying to get the shiny as well, I could have just stopped after one. I forgot how easy they made getting the energy you need to Mega Evolve Audino. I think you only need 200 to evolve one, and I got that 200 from a single raid. So doing any more than that was a bit overkill. But I did get 2 shiny Audino from the event, and I don't feel like I really even had to dive too deeply. I only had to use like 2 premium passes, and like I said before, I have plenty of those, and I know that I'll never actually use them. Can I think of any other NPCs that I could possibly battle around here before I bid you all adieu? Well, first I should get rid of that poison. This time I'm gonna actually remember to pull up the stats from the Purification screen so I can get to do 2 things in one go. Okay, you know what? Compound Eyes with Shell's news? Pretty good combination. No wonder it was just hitting all the time. I don't think it's enough to justify using a Beautifly, but this is probably the best that Beautifly has seen since, let's be honest, ever. I can't give the line too much flack. I have a soft place in my heart for a Dustox. Let's just emphasize that with, I don't typically play Nuzlocke. So, there's this Dustox that I had that used one of the few Nuzlocke I've ever actually played in my life. And it made it all the way to the end. Literally, like, it died in the Elite Four. But man, that Dustox will not be forgotten. I may not remember his name, but the important part, its existence, its actions, those things will never be truly forgotten. Right, good thing I was just about to say that we were done and I talked to everyone worth knowing, but oh, we can't forget about Bodybuilder Dan. I think this is the last fighable trainer. I forgot how many fighable trainers were in the Gate Village. I'm so used to there only being like one or two. I mean, no sign of Shadow Pokemon, but I see this is the first time that they didn't have a Shadow Pokemon in the first fight we've had with them. Like, we've had fights where they save their Shadow Pokemon for later, but that's usually in like a rematch or something. But I suppose this is never truly impossible, especially considering the game doesn't. Some of those rematches were from like resets, so there's no way it actually renumbers. See, like, the whole point of that, the story with the Mega Audio Raids was like, I was out there for a while. Typically, I'm not a huge raid fan because I prefer to actually walk, but because I was remote raiding, more importantly, like, able to do raids without waiting in person, without waiting around for other people, because said other people were remoting into my raids, I was actually able to have a pretty consistent go of just walking from gym to gym while just setting up the raids and inviting people to join my particular raids. So it kind of worked out that I was able to walk the majority of that time. I just like didn't get to catch too many Pokemon, which I suppose isn't the end of the world because this current event going on in Pokemon Go, it's not. I'll admit, it's kind of underwhelming. Like, the only thing. But I can see it appealing for some particular shiny hunters. I don't even recall what it is. It was like a style event or something. Not like fashion, like the other thing that goes on Pokemon Go, but like fighting styles. Because, like, this season's all about Urshifu, or at least its pre-evolved form, Cubfu. So this feels like an event that's just built around, like, the side quests in Sword and Shield, where you raise a Cubfu up into Urshifu by doing stuff with it. So this particular event feels like it's like getting Cubfu explosive fighting style, so it can become one of the most OP Pokemon in the history of mankind. That was a bit of a tangent to say that there was a lot of Burmese because they have different forms. And occasionally I'll find a cast form, and like I'll always get hyped for cast form because I'm still looking out for some of those the shinies for some of those cast forms. Because it was, oh no, you're not allowed to explode. You're a Shadow Pokemon. You're supposed to give me opportunities to catch you. It's fine. We can refight these trainers an infinite amount of times, but still, that sucks. I'm gonna just save my breath until we start a new battle up against this guy. Yeah, bad sense of using Pokemon, you frickin' boomer. I can't believe I actually said that out loud, but I don't think I'm gonna edit it out. Wait, Dan, why don't you reset? I went to the Pokemon Center to heal. Dan, please, I'm begging you. I don't want to have a reset just for you. I didn't put a totally not save state up for you because I gave up on the concept after not needing it for literally every other trainer that we fought up to this point. Okay, let's try this again. I might actually need to focus for this one. I don't think I was talking about anything too important though, was I? You're the Shadow Pokemon, right? I could have sworn that they wouldn't save you for the I guess you're like Butterfree, where I didn't think they could save you for the post game, considering in the original Pokemon XD you actually catch it right in the main last area. So I assumed that the game just didn't want it. At least I have Funland this time, so hopefully I outspeed and can put it to sleep before it does something stupid. Well, I'm gonna take the gamble, but I'm kind of worried I'm just gonna paralyze this thing before I can put it to sleep. But I do want some chip damage in as soon as possible. Okay, cool. No Kaboom for you! Only Betty Bye. Gonna say, should I swap so I can do a little less chip damage, but it seems like the game's gonna be doing the swapping for me. At least, I guess Swiper is kind of perfect for chip damage. I just kind of wonder if it's gonna be enough. But I guess if I catch it right away, then all this complicated syncing is gonna be for nothing. 2, 3... and perfect. Anything you want to talk about before I cut away? I was gonna say, if you just Circle Fro, the incredibly weak Pokemon that I just had out because you sent it out, then I would have found a little humor in that. Alright, shoot. Unfortunately, I mean, technically I have an answer. It's just not going to be very good of an answer. Gonna love getting Sludge Bomb or Gunk Shot right in the face. Or we could just go over an Ice Punch. I guess that's an option too. You know what, no? No, I don't think I'm gonna go back into story time. I don't think it normally works like that in the main series game. But fair. Fair enough. I don't know if I ever finished saying that I came home with 2 shiny Audino. Neither of them are really amazing, but I was already holding an Audino with practically perfect stats. Not quite perfect, but close to it. For a while anyways. And like, I got so much Mega Energy from doing way too many Audino raids that if I want to evolve a shiny Audino as well, just to have extra normal fairy coverage for the candy bonus for catching Pokemon for whatever reason, I can do that. If I just want to look at a shiny Audino instead of a normal... If I want to look at a shiny Mega Audino instead of a normal Mega Shiny Audino, I can do that too. What else am I going to do with that Mega Energy? Heck, I could evolve a 3rd Mega Audino and maybe even trade it to someone if they really need a Mega Audino. Like, there's... Trick question. No one ever needs a Mega Audino, but if they want it for whatever reason, suppose that's an option as well. What am I going to do with all that Mega Audino candy? I mean, Mega Energy. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's all the trainers, but just to be 99% sure, I'm gonna heal and go around town one more time. I was not expecting this to be an hour-long recording. I might actually divide this up into 2 videos. I did not expect to spend almost an hour just roaming around the Gate Village fighting trainers. Gonna be upfront with y'all. I could have sworn I fought you, but just in case. Yeah, this is a waste of everyone's time. Oh, this is a waste of everyone's time. Well, what's this a waste of? It's waste of everyone's time. Why do you both protect? Why do you both protect? What the heck was that? Why you both protect? What do you get out of that? Why did I do that? This was a waste of time. Well, this is a waste of time. Oh, cool! It has Shadow Tag, so I can. It doesn't have Curse Body. It has. Cool. Oh, this was a waste of time. This was a waste of time. Oh, this was a waste of time. Oh, this was a waste of time. And no, me, oh my, now this is gonna make it into the gut. Oh my. What a waste of everyone's time! Oh, this was a waste of time! Oh, this was a waste of time! Waste of time and thing! Oh my! Waste of time! Time! What is the definition of time? Bit doesn't work if Google doesn't pull up Wikipedia as soon as I type in a word. Well, this was a waste of time. Oh, this was a waste of time. Me, oh my, and now we're done, and I might just cry, because this was a waste of time. We are at an hour, oh me, oh my. Hopefully this suffices as meaningful filler for y'all. Alright, I'm pretty convinced that we've talked to every single trainer in this town that's battleable. It's weird, have I just never bothered to look at Bella's face? Because this looks so new. Even though Bella's has been such an ongoing character in the Coliseum series. Have I really never seen Bella's face after all these years? Anyways, that ruined my bit for an outro, so I'm just gonna give the outro in Rui's room. Thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Pokemon XG Next Gen. There's no way this is gonna be one video. If it is, consider yourselves lucky. But next time, I guess we'll get more Shadow Pokemon. Let me double check the email to remind myself of the most logical place for us to go next. Guess we're gonna check Phenac City and get the Shadow Pokemon we can there. I've been Jackie K, and until next time, see y'all later. Take care.